Good day, adventurers, and welcome to Creation Station. It is I, Captain Joseph, back for another video, this time an Easter special. So buckle up and sit tight, and get ready for the adventure. So you will need 3 square pieces of paper and 1 regular sized piece of paper. You're just going to want to set your pieces aside, and right here I have a full piece which I am going to make in a square. I just wanted to show you guys in case you didn't know how to do it. This is the way that I grew up doing it. I loved to always make different things. I loved making roses for my mother and just things like that. But anyways, here we're just gonna fold it diagonally, as so. If you're having trouble with the corners, make sure to try and match up the corners before you crease it. But after you do that fold, you're just going to fold it like so across the line and crease it for good measure. But then you're gonna flip it over and crease it again, because we're going to cut this piece. You can use a pair of scissors, or you can do what I do here. It's the way that you usually do it. So you're just going to slightly rip it and put your hands on each side of it and just slowly rip it apart. And if you creased it properly, it should just go like that, like so. This little cutoff, you're just going to put it to the side. We may end up using it at the end. So first, you're going to want to fold this in half. Make sure you match up the corners before you crease it. As soon as you get your corners all matched up, then you can slide your hand right across. And then crease it with your nail. Next, you're going to open it up and just bring it to the center line. You're going to do it for each side. We're just going to bring that to the middle. Once you have it all lined up, you're going to crease it. And then do so for the opposite side. As soon as you're finished with that, you're going to open it up. And you'll see 3 lines, alright? We're going to repeat those steps going the opposite way. So we're going to fold it in half one more time. Make sure to match up those corners. And crease. We're going to open it up. And then bring those ends to the middle. But adventurers, don't forget, if you're falling behind, just pause the video. There's nothing keeping you from doing that. You shouldn't be rushing. When you rush, you may not be able to get things done properly. And I can tell you for sure that you should always take your time when doing work. Okay, once you're done with those folds, we're going to open up, and you see a grid. There's 3 lines going each way. This is where it gets a little technical. So we're going to fold it in half, like so. And then we're going to do these folds. We're going to bring them outward. So you're going to open it up like so, just from the first 2 squares, like that. And you're going to bring them around. If you need to, I pinch those corners together first. It will probably help you. And then you're just going to fold it over like so, and crease it as soon as you do so. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to open it up, open up the flaps, And then we're going to pinch those corners just to make it a little easier on ourselves. Like so. Once you get those corners pinched, you're just going to want to open it up and fold it over. And then crease it. Next step, we're going to just fold one side of it downward. Alright? So we're going to fold it downward like so, right across the fold. And it should look like that. Alright? So next, we are going to create the tail fins. So we're just going to bring that small corner right to the middle there, and then we're going to crease it. There's going to be like a little tail there. You're going to want to fold it back just so it is out of the way, and then we're going to mirror and fold the opposite side this time. Right to the center, like so. Alright, once that is done, we're going to then do the head part. We're going to then fold it to the center one more time. Well, two more times. Just like so. And now you got a fish. If you want to grab a pen or something to draw some eyes on it, just do so. You can give it hair if you want to. I know fish don't have hair, but we strive for creativity. If you're not having fun, then what's the point, right? But of course, you have to behave. So as soon as you're done with your fish, just admire it for a second. Push that to the side, and then we're going to begin with our next one. Just grab a square piece of paper for this one. So first, we're going to fold this in half. But we're not going to unfold it. We're going to fold it in half and just do as I do. So as soon as you crease it, it's important that you get that first crease, because then we're going to be folding on top of that. So we're going to take that corner and we're going to line it up with that edge, like so, and crease it. We're going to unfold it and then mirror it on the other side. Make sure you get that corner together first, and then crease it. Once you're done with that side, we're just going to turn it around to the other side and do the exact same folds. So we're just going to take that corner and bring it over like so. So unfold it and then do it again, mirror fold. Make sure you pinch that corner with your finger to hold it down, and then line it up with the edge, and then crease. Like so. We're going to do this thing that I like to call the hourglass fold. So you're going to tuck in those sides, like so. And as they are curving in, you're going to want to push on the top to keep it flat. And then you're going to line up the corners before you crease it. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just poke in those sides and then push in the top just to keep it flat. Make sure you line up those corners before you push it down and crease it. Now it looks like a weird spring, but that's okay. Next, we're going to do the legs. So you're just going to want to grab one corner and bring it to the adjacent corner. Sorry for using words like adjacent. But once you fold that, you're then going to want to bring that side and match it with the fold you just made to make a little leg just like that. And on the same side of the hourglass fold, you are going to fold it up just to the corner and then line up that edge with that one and then crease it. That's what it should look like. We're now going to do the same thing on the other side. So just right to the corner, crease, and then we're going to fold that, line it up again, alright? Just like so. And we're going to do that one more time. We're going to line it up right at the corner and crease, and then line up that fold one more time. And now it should look something like that. So between those little legs, you're going to want to fold that right behind it and crease it. It may be a little tougher since it's now thicker, so as soon as you get that, imagine there's a line going straight down from that point. You're going to want to fold it as if you're making a paper airplane and just go right down the middle to meet that point. And then we're going to crease it and do the same with the other side. So once you're done with that, it should look something like this. There's going to be this line on the back. You're going to want to fold it inward into itself. And then with the back part, not the pointy part, but the part that is flat, you're going to want to fold that back part in half with the back legs. Just the back legs. Make sure you don't take the front ones, alright? And since it's thicker, you're going to want to really push down on it. Can you guess what it is? It's a frog. So, just toss your frog to the side, and this time we're going to be using a full piece of paper. So with this one, you're going to want to fold it in half. Make sure you match up those corners before you crease it. And then the part that has those two flaps needs to be at the bottom. But before we do that, we're going to fold it in half one more time. Alright? Match up those corners and crease. And then we're going to unfold it. That way we can take the top corners and fold them inward right onto the line. So now we're just going to fold it inward right onto the line and crease it before we do the same thing with that corner. soon as you're done creasing it, it should look something like this. So you're just going to want to flip it over and fold that piece right upward, right until the corners reach. Alright? And then you're going to want to flip it over one more time and fold those little flaps just right over and crease them. And then with those bottom flaps, you're going to want to mirror along the line. So we're going to fold that like so. And do the same with the other side, just mirror it. And then we're going to fold it inward over the split. Once we're done that, we're going to have a triangle. You're just going to want to pick it up. And then we're going to open it up, just like so. And open it until you get it into this square. So this square, you're going to take the bottom corner and lift it to the top. Just like that. Once you crease it, you're going to flip it over and repeat that step. Once that is creased, you're going to want to pick it up one more time. And we're going to open it again. Like so. So now that we have our square, one side is going to look like it has more points than the other. You're going to want to pinch those sides and just pull them out slowly. You're going to want to hold on to the middle and kind of just squeeze it to make it like that. And now it's just a boat. They do work on water, but I do not recommend it because it is paper after all. But like, let's say on a rainy day, you want to have a race down the sidewalk. I'd recommend it. It's quite fun. So for this last craft, we're just going to be using a square paper and we're going to fold it in half. Crease it just so. And then we're going to cut along that line. Alright? I'm going to use the technique that I showed you earlier in the video. You're just going to split it a little bit. Once it is split enough, you can just slowly tear it like so. And we're going to have two pieces. You're just going to want to set one aside. And we're going to fold it in half. Going to unfold it and then fold those ends right to that middle that we just folded. Crease it like so. Make sure you're getting these creases really good. And we're going to mirror. Just like so. We're going to fold it inward one more time. So you're going to want to line up that corner with that middle line. And then just slowly line it up and crease it. Then you're going to do it one more time on the other side of the paper. The longer side. That way they're the same length. Gonna bring it to the center line, line it up, before we crease it. So once you get that, you're going to want to fold it inward, and we're going to get a point like so. Once you get those two folds in, you're going to want to fold them back down and then fold it over right along that line and then crease it. And then unfold it and then do so with the other side. So we're going to take those corners, fold them in like so, right onto that middle line. Going to overlap it and crease it one more time, like so, and then you're going to unfold that and then move to the next piece. So set that aside, and with this one you're going to need to cut a little bit off, so I just fold it. It doesn't need to be much, about an inch, maybe 3 centimeters. Then you're just going to want to cut that piece off. It has to be shorter or the craft will not work. So now it's basically the same thing. We're going to fold it in half and line up those corners so we can crease it right down the middle. Going to unfold it and fold those edges right to the middle once more. Just with the other side. Make sure you're creasing it properly, because this craft is all about creases. So we're just going to fold that side one more time, right to the middle. And then do so again with the other side. We're just going to fold those corners inward. And then just fold it over like so. And then quickly unfold it. And when I mean quickly, I mean do at your own pace. So we're just going to repeat those steps on the other corner. Turn them in like so. Before you fold it over, right along that line, like so. So now that you have these two pieces, it's where it gets a little more technical. You're going to take these pieces and you're going to basically put them together. So right now we're going to take the small one and fold it right in half. Once you get that center line, you're just going to want to unfold it, and then you're going to fold that inwards like so, just those little flaps that we made earlier. And then we're going to fold those edges right to the center line. Make sure you are doing it properly. You're not using the end of the paper, but you're using the end of the flap. Sorry, that may be a little confusing, but if you see the little notches are still there under it, but you'll see just now. So it's gonna look something like that, alright? Gonna set that aside and just grab your longer piece, and we're gonna open it up. So you're gonna wanna open it up near the middle and take that first piece and just latch that little nub right there. And then we're gonna do so with the other side. Just like that. And then we're going to basically pinch it to make sure that it fits properly. You're going to want to make sure that it's not too far in the middle. You want it to be on one side more than the other. So with that top piece, you're going to want to basically open it up, and we're going to poke in the corner to basically make it pointy, so the other piece can basically hold it together. So once you do that, we're gonna do it again 3 more times. Gonna open it up just a little bit and push that corner inward until you get that little double flap. And then we're gonna do it again on the other end. So we're gonna open it up and just push that corner inward like so. And then the final one, we're going to do it one more time. Just poke it inward. Once you get that, you're going to crease it. So you're going to hold that in place. And then we're going to take the shorter end and fold it inward. So we don't want to fold it completely like that. You're going to want to line up that you see where that first corner is, right? You don't want to fold it with the end, because we're going to tuck those little flaps right under our short piece like so, and just crease it just to make sure it's being held. And then on the other side, we're going to fold it inward once more. Like so. And we're going to tuck it in just like we did before. This may take a little time for you, just because you guys have smaller hands, so don't get upset if you don't get it the first time. So, if you remember that cutoff from the first craft, this is just something that you can do with your friend in spare time. You're gonna fold that inward like so. Crease it, then we're just going to basically keep folding it inward like so. So along the line, you're going to fold that inward, crease, line, inward, and crease. I'm gonna do it again, and crease it. Another time, and crease it. And then with that edge, you're gonna want to do a mirror fold, because now it can't fold entirely again. So with this one, you're gonna want to open it up, basically, and kind of roll the paper into it so you can tuck it in. Just like so. You're gonna want to start with the end, roll it in. Try not to fold the paper, but instead roll it between your fingers. There you go. You just tuck it in, and once you get it in, you can crease it. This is what they call a finger football. Good day, adventurers. It is Captain Joseph, just with one final message for you. If you ever have an idea for a craft that you would like to do, be sure to let them know during your Zoom calls, and they'll be sure to let us know on the Sunday Adventure Expedition team. And we just want to be able to bring you crafts that you can do and be excited for, and especially if it's something that you would like to do that isn't too complicated, we'll be sure to do it for you. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the 4 crafts today. I'll see you later on the next episode of Creation Station.